Jake Paul or Anthony Joshua? Who do you got on this one? Is the fight fixed? Is the fight rigged? I don't know anymore, dude. So many people are saying sports betting is so rigged. Even the Italian mafia and the ever so famous Joey Marlino is saying it's rigged. So it's been very controversial with Jake Paul and all his fights. So if you don't know who Jake Paul is, he is a YouTuber. Actually, I think he was a Mickey Mouse fan, Mickey Mouse Club something when he was even littler. YouTuber gone supposedly pro boxer. And his brother is now a fake wrestler. That he fights retired and has been MMA fighters and other YouTubers for fortune and fame and bragging rights. He has knocked out quite a few people who were has-beens, older than him, smaller than him. It's no different than me being a big guy and trying to beat up a 100-pound guy. I'm almost 200, just under 200 pounds, I'll say. And me picking on 100-pound guys, right? There's a little bit of an advantage there. So he usually fights guys that are retired, old, has-been, haven't fought in a while. MMA or not, or octagon fighters, or, basketball players, that's not sports combat. That's not if you're not in the game and in your prime. You may have been able to kick some ass when you were younger, but now you're older and your body and mind just can't do it. When he fought Mike Tyson, I honestly thought possibly that Mike had enough in the tank to tear him apart in the first 3 rounds. I will tell you, there was probably a lot of contract language that stopped either one of them from hurting each other. I just don't know. And the world has so much fake and lying and cheating going on, sometimes you don't know. So let's just say the only time that Jake Paul fought a real boxer, and he wasn't even like a top-ranked boxer, and this guy came from, he was actually one of those shows where you go and you have your pick of women, like on Fantasy Island. You get to have sex and have relationships with all these women. I forget what it is. The Bachelor or something like that. Really good-looking, handsome, athletically fit dude, right? Can't give him that. Tommy Fury has some boxing, right? His father was bare knuckle champion. His brother was the Gypsy King. Big dude. And he's getting older now. He's getting beat, right? It happens. You're on top and then you're not. The older you get, the harder it gets. The goal is to make as much money as you can going through the motions. So he lost to Tommy Fury, in my opinion, and I'm by no means a professional boxing expert on boxing, but I've watched a lot of boxing. I've watched a lot of fights. I've been in full contact sparring and martial arts when I was younger. I know what it takes. I know what it takes to get hurt. Trust me, and how to avoid to get hurt. That when he fought Tommy Fury, and he's not even really like a real fighter by my standards. He's like no Mike Tyson. He's no Evander Holyfield. He's no Rocky Balboa. He's no Tommy the Gun Morrison. He's not Evander Holyfield. We're just going to go on and on and on. Not even the same class of those guys. That Tommy Fury beat Jake Paul fair and square. Do I honestly feel that bout was rigged? Nope. I don't think that Tommy Fury had enough experience to embarrass him in the earlier rounds, and Jake was still learning how to be a boxer. But a real boxer, once he finally fought a real boxer, he lost. So now he's going to fight Anthony Joshua. The guy's not old. He's bigger. He appears to be stronger. And hopefully there's no contractual language that stops him from whooping that ass. So who's going to watch the fight? I am. Who's going to bet on the fight? Not me. And who do you want to win? I want to see the YouTuber bully. We're going to call him. People say I'm a bully. He's a bully. He's the complete definition. And if you look that up of bullies in the world, his smiley ass little face would be right there when he was on Disney Channel doing his little nursery rhymes TikTok. So he's your epitome of bully right there. Not this guy. I'm not a bully. That dude's a bully. When you beat up YouTubers that have spent their life behind a microphone and a keyboard and playing games, you're a bully, dude. When you beat up old men, you're a bully, dude. When you beat up retired, expired MMA fighters, you're a bully, dude. You're a bully for money. Hopefully Anthony Joshua turns out his lights and punishes him enough to make him think that maybe I don't want to be a real boxer. And if this is even a real fight. If it's a real fight, Anthony Joshua should punish Jake Paul. That's the way it should go down. You call it any other way you want. But this is going to be the realest boxer he's ever fought, next to almost in the coffin Mike Tyson. And I honestly think if Mike had a little bit in the tank, the first 3 rounds he could have knocked Jake Paul out and been over and done with. But again, I don't know what it's like to be his age with his health issues. I really don't know. I think it was more the show for the people, and they lined their pockets big time. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.